All right. What do you call cake without any icing?
I don't know.
Bread. Bing bing chicka ding ding ching ding bing. We don't have to use that. What's up, guys, and welcome back to Thought Cluster. It's your boy Luke back here with
Grif.
Sorry, I don't know why I said Grif.
Yeah, that's my name. Keep it out of your mouth. Welcome back. This is episode 15. We are we're over halfway through the season.
Yeah.
You know, so
That's sad.
not really.
Yeah.
There's just gonna be another one. So. Okay. There's
There's gonna be another
This is
one.
the last episode. That's it. Budget cuts. We're done.
Budget cuts. He scared the shit out of me the other day.
Yeah, I texted him and I'm like, hey man, we're not gonna be able to do the podcast anymore, like budget cuts, stuff like that. I'm like, so this is gonna be your last episode. And Luke's like, wait, are you serious? And I'm like, no, do you think we actually have a budget? Like, we're not a fucking production. And Luke's like, well, you scared me.
I like shit my pants. I was like, what? Like, I love the podcast.
I
So
don't.
get off the show.
Okay.
It's your show. Get off.
Well, it's our show.
Oh.
This has been our show the whole time. What do you mean?
Yeah, you're right.
You? Why did we do that? That was my fault too. I can't believe.
Okay, so
Yeah, so welcome back. Season 15, episode 1.
we're working on.
Moving on.
We're working on. Okay, so that joke at the beginning.
Oh yeah, that really good revolutionary joke that everyone definitely laughed
Yeah,
at.
everybody loved it. Everybody loved it.
It was like a gun. You loved it, didn't
Yeah,
you?
you loved it. Tell me you loved
You
it.
loved it, sonny boy.
Well, anyways, me and Zach were sitting at the like a little certification like thing or whatever.
Zach is his friend,
Yeah,
for
Zach's
context.
our friend.
But in this story specifically,
Yeah,
he's your
specifically,
friend.
he's my friend. But we were sitting there or whatever, and we were joking about like our teacher getting up there because our teacher's like, Mr. Rice. He's pretty
This was at
chill.
an
and-
awards ceremony?
Yeah,
Okay.
he was pretty chill, and he does like a bunch of random stuff. And so we're like, what? Can you imagine how funny it would be if he got up in front of like literally everybody on stage and just goes, "What do you call cake without ice?"
Did he do that?
No, but me and Zach were like thinking about it. We're like, what can you imagine how funny that would have been? Oh my god. Sorry, that's...
You lead an exciting life.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Telling jokes. That's pretty much it.
Telling jokes, giving strokes. Take that how you will.
Skating,
Could either be strokes
skating
or
fast.
strokes.
Skate fast,
Well, I guess stroke.
eat ass.
That would have been good. Stroke or stroke. Moving on. Do you want to start us off with the first topic?
No,
or...
you can.
Okay, well, I feel like we have to talk about this at this point. Sonic. Have you
Oh,
seen
yeah.
the thing?
Fucking Sonic the
And,
Hedgehog.
and there was like the dude who did like the... So if you guys haven't seen, there's a new Sonic movie coming out, and they made him look like a fucking... Okay, people are saying like a furry or whatever. He looks like a Dr. Seuss character.
Yeah, he looks like a humanoid, like fucking...
It looks... Yeah, it does look like a furry, though. But like someone made like an edit where his eyes were connected, and I was like, okay, well, they're trying to go for realism. Like, that kind of makes sense. I'll give it to him. But like seeing it next to this person's like Photoshop of like their eyes being connected and it looking more like Sonic, I'm like, you guys fucking suck.
Yeah.
Whoever made the movie, I think it's Disney or Sega.
Paramount.
Okay. Yeah. No. Well, I guess Sega was involved. You guys suck. You have to suck. How the fuck do you fuck up that bad?
But I heard good news. Paramount and Sega are working on reworking him entirely, actually.
Really?
Mhm.
Okay, that's thank God.
Yeah. So they're going back and they're fixing him, which is actually really cool because they like tweeted it out and they were like, so we heard all of your guys' feedback. Trust me, we're listening. We're not like just completely brushing it off and kicking off this movie how people don't like it. We're going to rework Sonic and see how we can change him for the better. And then they put like
Thank God, boys.
they put like a little wrench emoji and then like a little like toolbox or whatever emoji and then they put like hashtag like fix Sonic or something like that.
Good boys.
So-
Well done.
So they're at least they're like listening to people and like actually
Because-
doing something about it.
I'm not like a gamer person. I don't give a shit about Sonic. I really don't. But like to take an iconic character such as Sonic and me not even giving a fuck about games and knowing that it's an iconic character, that lets you know it's an iconic character. It's like taking Mario and making him skinny, fit, and black.
Right.
He's unrecognizably Mario.
It just makes him
Or making him like American. Like that doesn't make any fucking sense. Okay, in the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, I forget who the director is. But like they changed him because obviously that Spider-Man strays away from the the Spider-Man now with Tom Holland, that's the most closest to the comic that he looks. But in the original one, he looks totally different than the comic. But it's still undoubtedly Spider-Man, right?
Right.
Like if you're gonna change it to be better than the original. But like an iconic character like Sonic, like it's almost not even Sonic.
Yeah. It really isn't.
It isn't Sonic.
Because I even saw like a screenshot of somebody that not only photoshopped their eyes back together, but did you watch the trailer at all?
Yeah, I've seen it.
So, do you remember the part where they're like all those like drones like around him or whatever, and they're shooting like rockets? Mm-hmm. Well, they had like a scene where he was standing there like this,
and the other dude like changed it and made his eyes slant.
Yeah, the other dude changed it to where his body looked more like actual Sonic.
Yeah.
And then they also changed it back to where his eyes were like together, and then like he had like his big gloves on and like his big
simple
shoes.
Fixes.
And then they just had him standing there, and it looked like, oh my god, like it looked like the one that they had made in the trailer was like a fan-made one, and they didn't have like a higher budget to make it better.
I don't get that. Because like even the I don't really give a shit about Pokemon, but I kind of want to see the Pikachu movie. Because like Ryan Reynolds is funny as fuck.
Yeah, he is.
I'm down to see that. But like that looks like Pikachu. It looks good.
It looks like Pikachu.
And then there's the whole. Well, we talked about this a couple podcast episodes ago. The genie.
Oh yeah, Will Smith.
I don't get what the fuck he's doing. Have you seen his videos like on his YouTube channel? Mm-mm. He is generally giving it a go. Like, he has been for, like, I don't even know how long he's been making YouTube videos, but, like, for the past 3 or 4 years, he's been genuinely trying to make good content. Which, I mean, being as successful as he is, obviously he doesn't need to, but, like, it's a passion of his, and, like, props to him for fucking doing that, right? But what are you doing as far as, like, movies and shit? Why are you the genie, and why do you look like you have 40 different diseases?
And, oh my god,
oh, God.
Well, and I saw this meme or whatever, and it had, like, Pikachu. And Pikachu was like sitting there, and it was like the first time that humans saw Pikachu or whatever, and it was just like him sitting like on a box or whatever, and then like the next frame was like the girl going, "Oh, he's so cute, like Pika Pika or whatever," and then it had like Sonic and like his like surprise face or whatever, and then it had like the guy with like the gun going, "Ah!" like like having like the two like extremely different like.
You know the, like, realistic SpongeBob and stuff like that? They put this new Sonic in the movie, like, next to those people, and, like, it fits in perfectly. The fuck are you doing?
It's like scary.
What is it? Okay, this is kind of an interesting thought that I just had. So, okay, so if they completely change Sonic and they make him look like actual Sonic and not, like, this fucked up version, do you think they've released toys for the fucked up version already? Because, no, here, listen me out.
That's a good point, though.
If they did, those will become, like, in the next, I don't know, couple decades or something like that, like those will become pretty fucking like collectibles, won't they? Because like, oh yeah, they were gonna they set up an entire film, made an entire trailer promoting this character, but they scrapped it and went back to the original. Like that could be kind of interesting. So if you got your hands on one of those, I'd keep it because it might be pretty fucking valuable at some point.
Me and you need to go to Walmart right now,
dude. It's almost a misprint. I mean, technically it is
like a mistake.
Yeah.
That's interesting to think about. Me and you need to go to Walmart right now
and
find a Sonic toy.
They're probably already marking them up. Like, wait, guys, what if that
was
was
our whole plan $100 already?
Could have been. Well, that wouldn't really make sense though.
What?
If that was their plan all along.
To just like.
They could have been though, because like people are trying to do that to get memes out and stuff like that. Like companies and stuff like that. Like Wendy's is fucking. They've been killing it on Twitter for a while.
Yeah, honestly.
But you got a topic? You don't have any topics.
I have a couple. Not really.
Okay, here's one that's kind of a good segue. Not really, but like it's kind of related. Not really, but okay. But it's like classic. I don't know if you've gotten these in your recommendeds, and I don't know what kind of weird shit I've been watching to pop these things up, but I've been getting these like montages of like cartoon suicides. And it's like, you know how like you have those like vibe edits and stuff like that, like it moves. So it's like that, but like all these different like old school cartoon suicides, like of them shooting themselves, like Bugs Bunny jumping off a cliff, or like Roadrunner and Coyote.
You're getting that in your recommended?
Yeah, and they're like they're mood edits, and they're fucking good. Like I like those kinds of things. But what it got me thinking is like, you would never in a million fucking years see that kind of shit today.
Honestly.
Like those old cartoons,
way would you.
They were brutal. Like weights getting dropped on them, pianos getting dropped on them, getting hit by cars, shooting themselves. Like even at like sad music, and they're like crying. Each other. With a bear, yeah, like fucked up shit. Like what is it? Bugs Bunny and is it Yosemite Sam? Who's the one who hunts?
Yosemite Sam?
Not Yosemite Sam. The one who hunts him.
Oh,
Rabbit season, duck season. Who's that guy?
I know what you're talking. I know who you're talking.
But like that relationship, him hunting him, that would never happen today. You can't do that. Isn't that weird? Like.
And that's why when they like wanted to re-release Looney Tunes or whatever, like on Cartoon Network, they had to make it like where they were like kids or whatever, or make it where they're like teenagers and they're just like living in a house together.
Yeah.
They made it like a Looney Tunes like.
I've seen that because that came out when we were younger.
Yeah.
But like Have you ever seen like the actual old school cartoons of like Betty Boop, Looney Tunes, and like the old Superman stuff like that? Like it's good because there's less restrictions. Now, obviously, I'm sure there's some like racism and stuff like that in there, and that's unfortunate. But at the same time, like it's cool that they were like cussing and stuff like that. Like there was one where Tom and you probably saw this meme. Tom's walking out the door because he's like got his he's got like his stuff in that little satchel. And he's like walking out the door, and the bulldog and Jerry are standing there like watching him, and he's like leaving, and he walks past them out the door, but he turns around to like shake Jerry's hand and shake the bulldog's hand, and then he ends up switching it around to where the bulldog is leaving now with like the stuff, but like it didn't register with him until Jerry and Tom are still back in the house. And then the bulldog's like walking on the road, and it didn't register with him that Tom had flipped it until he gets like so far out, and then he stops, and then his head turns into a donkey, and it's like Jackass, like you're a jackass, but like it's so like subtle but like funny, like that's fucking fun. You'd never see that today. That's so fucking funny. We missed that. We totally missed that.
Do you remember Porky the Pig? When he's like hammering stuff, and then he hits his thumb, and he goes, "Oh, son of a son of a son of a gun."
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Oh, you thought I was gonna say son of a bitch."
Yeah.
It was the best
That's
thing
classic,
ever.
though.
I love that. And
But, like,
they
we
weren't
missed
afraid to do that.
Because we didn't grow up with that. Like, I had, like, those, like, 4-pack things of, like, it had, like, I don't know, 7 episodes of Betty Boop, 7 episodes of Superman, like, that kind of stuff. And, like, I would watch those, but, like, they didn't show up on TV. And that kind of sucks, though.
Yeah. Because, like, at a certain point, they just stopped doing that because it was like, oh, well, this is...
We're fucking up the kids.
Yeah, this is not going too well.
Yeah, that sucks, though.
That's probably why there's, like, so many messed up like, kids that are, like, a little older than us.
But I don't think there is... I don't think that's true, though. Because, like, most of the problems, I feel like, are happening now.
Yeah, they're...
Well, not really. It's just different problems.
But, I mean, it's not with our generation, though.
It's different problems for every different generation, I think. But I don't know. I miss those little cartoons.
Yeah, so do I. Tell me about it.
I wish they would be popping off now. Like, I would fucking still watch them.
What was it? Like, Anastasia or something like that? Like, where that was, like, shown in, like, music class and all that kind of stuff? Because it had, like, such instrumental, like, music in it. And then, like, every kid would watch it, like, in elementary school.
Was it Anastasia or was it, what was that? She's like a samurai.
That was, like, Mulan or something.
Mulan, yeah. Was it that?
No, it was Anastasia. Anastasia was, like,
I don't think I've seen
Disney's,
Anastasia.
like,
Masterpiece.
weird thing. Yeah, Masterpiece.
But have you seen, like,
Mickey
the
Mouse.
old school, first release, like, Bambi? Like, not the remastered shit, like, the old school version. The animation is fucking beautiful. Like, it's insane. Or, like, the old Snow White. I never watched Snow White, but I think everybody's seen Bambi at least. Like, the old school, like, first release, like, that came out in, like, what, the 30s?
I've never
beautiful.
really thought about how that was animated.
They fucking hand draw all that shit. Yeah, just like Cuphead. They drew all that shit out.
And then they would, like, move the...
Yeah, an
draw
entire
from
movie.
different scenes.
It's just basic animation.
Huh.
I mean, that's what I would do to animate something. I would just give
Draw
different
out.
layers on Illustrator. Well, that's beautiful. That's
Yeah,
kind of
it is.
off topic, but at the same time,
No,
like,
but it really is.
it's beautiful.
It's obviously, well, no doubt about it, it is a work of art.
it is, yeah. Just like Cuphead.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's fucking beautiful. Like, that game took, what, 7 years to make? Well, so did The Incredibles, and that's beautiful animation. I don't think it's anywhere near as good as, like, those old school ones, but it's still, I mean, it's really well animated.
Right.
Damn. We're all gonna die.
Yeah, honestly. Tell me about it, dude.
Oh. Okay, I don't know if this was last episode or an episode before, but we talked about Brendan Fraser and how he's
This
like
was
got
last
fucked
episode.
over. Okay, was it? Okay, well that's perfect because you know how we were talking about how he got fucked over with his wife and that whole kind of stuff. You guys can look up this stuff online because I don't know like all the little nooks and crannies of the story. But basically, he got fucked over by his wife, and he made some bad decisions in movies. He tried to switch over to comedy instead of being the badass action hero that he was. And I was like, dude, I want him to make a comeback now that he's like off his wife's like asshole. You know, like her having to, him having to pay her money.
And all
Yeah.
that kind of shit.
Now that he's off that, I'm like, please make a comeback. And it's safe to say he's coming back.
Is he really?
Okay.
How?
I'll show you. Well, I'll tell you because it's a podcast. Okay, so I watched the trailer and it was Doom Patrol. He's in Doom Patrol.
What's
I
Doom
don't
Patrol?
I don't know. It's something from DC. I didn't look into it. All I know is that I saw his face in there. And he's like one of the people on Doom Patrol.
Is he
Which is an action. It's an action kind of comedy.
That's one of the main characters, correct?
Yeah. So I think I don't know anything like 100% sure. You DC fans, let us know. But like, he's in stuff that's like action that's more like his speed.
Right.
He's looking good too.
That's actually crazy because he's a really good actor.
He is. He's fucking great. He just got fucked over.
I'm glad that he's actually putting his talents back to use.
We'll dedicate. You know, we dedicated an episode to Andrew Garfield. Let's dedicate this one to Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser.
Well done, man.
Get out there.
And the show
Get some
Fraser.
acting.
Fuck it.
Huh?
There's a show called Fraser. I don't think it's related to him in any way, but shout out to Fraser and Brendan Fraser.
Now it's time to make a Journey to the Center of the Earth 3.
Well, now they got The Rock, which
Get The Rock out of there.
fuck him out.
Tell him that Brendan Fraser came back.
I like The Rock, like I generally do. I follow him on Instagram. He's really inspirational and stuff like that. But I don't like him in this sense of that he's such a big and like dominating actor that like he came onto obviously Journey, those like series or whatever, and like he's just totally like that's his show. It's not about the kid anymore. It's not about the girl. It's like just him, right? Mm-hmm. And with Fast and Furious, he just totally like takes over movies. Because now he has like his own little spin-off like Hobbs and Shaw or whatever. Yeah, He totally takes over any movie that he's in. And I don't have anything against him other than just like, fuck.
And I don't know if you ever saw Skyscraper.
Yeah.
But that movie was like
I
good
didn't see that one.
It was good for him.
Yeah, because like a solo
because it was
film.
all about him.
I just think putting him in a series that's like already established, not so much Journey, but like, I mean, he totally took over that thing. Like, it's not about the kid anymore. But like, especially getting him into a franchise such as Fast and Furious, which I was a really big fan of when I was a wee younger. He totally like takes over the series because he's just, to be honest, he's that fucking good that he just takes it over.
It's kind of sad though.
Yeah.
Like low key.
Because now, like, I mean, Vin Diesel like gives a shit about him when The Rock's in there.
Honestly, The Rock's there.
And
Vin
then,
Diesel, fuck him.
And then R.I.P.
Logan Paul.
Not yet. We're still fingers
We're
crossed.
waiting for that. No, I know who you're talking
Paul Walker,
about.
yeah.
Paul Walker.
R.I.P. him.
Logan Paul.
But like he obviously passed away, unfortunately, and Logan Paulker. That's disrespectful.
I'm
Paul
sorry.
Walker.
I'm sorry. All I can remember was Paul. Logan Paul. Paul Walker. That's how I related that. I'm sorry. Paul
That's like comparing
Walker.
Amy Schumer to Dave Chappelle.
Damn. What a pig.
Fuck, stop saying that. It's so fucking dumb.
Sorry.
But at the same time,
You're just unfunny, Amy Schumer. Nobody likes you.
But yeah, so I just think The Rock takes over movies that he's in.
Yeah, I agree.
But
I'm glad that Brendan Fraser's back, though.
Yeah, dude, fucking shout out to Brendan Fraser. What a fucking guy. Okay. I guess, do you have topics? Do you actually not have any? You don't have anything to talk about?
I mean, okay, so I was going to talk about Endgame, but...
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
And plus, I don't want to spoil it for people that
Yeah,
haven't seen
and that's also what I was thinking about. I was like, okay,
video.
yeah, we can talk about Endgame. Griffin's probably seen it by now, and then I was like, oh, well, you didn't see it. That, and then this entire podcast would be obsolete if we...
Because you guys can't watch it. Especially if you really care about the series.
Right.
You don't want to.
So we would kind of fuck everybody over if I decided to talk about Endgame, which we're planning on going to go see tonight. If you're still down for that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that after. Okay, so I guess we can do some philosophical questions.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, I gotta search it up. Talk to the people while I get this going.
Okay, so the other day, in JL.
God damn, you always bring up something else.
Okay.
No, you can get whatever you want. I don't care. It's your podcast. I'm such an ass.
Restricting me from what I want to talk about.
Just talk about it, yeah.
Okay, so World War II. No. Okay, so the other day, in JL or whatever, me and Zach were talking about like whatever. We were just messing around, and then Mr. Rice called us over, and he was just like, "Hey, let's like work on this like lawnmower thing." So we like pulled this lawnmower apart, and then like looked at the carburetor in it. I don't know, it's just funny to do because, like, we had never, like, done something like that. And then there was this kid named Rolo, and apparently he knew stuff about that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm name dropping. But there's this kid named Rolo, and he knows everything about it. It's nothing bad. Rolo knows everything.
Fuck Rolo.
No. Oh, well, okay, maybe. But...
He probably watches it. He watches, doesn't he?
I mean, yeah, no, he doesn't. I don't think.
He's seen a couple of my videos. I know that.
Rolo, if you're watching, fuck you, dude.
He's a quiet guy.
But
he got me on to Fitz.
Really?
Yeah.
But no. Anyways, but Rolo was like, yeah. Mr. Rice was like, yeah, go ask Rolo if you guys need something about it or whatever. And so we're like, oh, okay. I didn't know Rolo knew how to do that kind of stuff, but he did. He knows how to do that kind of stuff. He's good at it. So. But we didn't end up actually asking Rolo for anything.
Not World War. Just Hitler in general. Okay, I thought about this. So, the Earth is... Okay, so, do you know Matt Pat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, obviously. He did the video about talking about how Thanos, if he snaps his fingers, how it would actually create a permanent solution. Because, okay, for the longest time, Earth's population has been growing exponentially, which means it's getting faster and faster as the more it grows. But now, in the past, like, I think 50 years, it's been linear. Meaning it's growing, well, it's going to stop growing, basically. It's going to balance everything out between deaths and life. So, here it being, just pretty linear, if he snaps it and brings it down to this, it creates a permanent solution. Because it won't grow anymore. So, that's something to think about.
Yeah, but I mean, if it was already permanent to begin with.
Do you agree with Thanos? No, but I'm saying, like, you decrease it so that there's even more. Because if you decrease it by half, there's double the resources for, less people. So technically, he's helping.
Yeah, but if you double the resources for less people...
Well, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there's over, like, 14 billion people on the planet. There's not as many... There's more than there are now. Because I think in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there's, like, 13...
No, it's the same year.
No, but I'm saying, like, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there's more people on Earth, I'm pretty sure. It's like 13 billion people on the planet. Yeah.
There's no way. That's impossible.
Why?
Because it's the same year. When you see Endgame, dude, they talk about time stamps. And
I know, but their thing is different than us.
No, it's not.
Are you sure?
It isn't. They talk about 2014 and 2012 like it's the exact same.
I know, but I'm saying their population is bigger. That's why Thanos is, like, doing this stuff.
Because, like, in the trailer, if you look at the Black Widow for Endgame, if you look at, like, Black Widow and, like, Captain America, they're, like, both looking at, like, the charts and, like, gathering the totals of how many people are gone. It's, like, showing, like, millions in different countries. And that makes perfect sense if you're talking about 7 billion people.
Okay, well, even if there is 7 billion, okay, I'll agree with you. Okay. I don't agree with you, but I will. But
there's 7 billion people on Earth. If you cut that in half,
well, almost
what would that be like?
There's like 7.6 billion people.
Yeah, there's almost 8 billion people. So
anyway,
almost 4 billion people left
on
Earth. So
him decreasing that linear.
Wait, is that how that would work?
What? Yeah, it'd be about 3 or 4 billion. Yeah, somewhere around there. Well, there would be 3.3 billion.
Wow. I wonder at one point...
No, there would be 4.3 billion.
I wonder what...
No, there would be 3... Sorry, go ahead.
I wonder at one point in history there was actually 3 point whatever billion people.
Well, yeah, because we had to get there to get to 7.
Well, yeah, but, like, I wonder at what point that was. So, like, was it around, like...
Probably...
Way back?
Because we had baby boomers, and that boosts us way up, right?
Yeah, but, I don't know.
But anyway, so him, if it's linear and him decreasing it, so technically it would create a permanent solution. Now, should he do it in the first place? Probably not. Just don't do it. If it's linear, just keep it the way it is.
Now, what do you mean by permanent solution?
Because so when the Earth was growing exponentially in population, right, it's slowly getting more. If you just cut it in half, it's still growing exponentially. But now we've reached a level where it's just linear. Because the way our minds just work today or whatever, it's linear. Meaning it's not growing any faster. It's staying the same. Okay, so it's stagnant growth.
Right, but what do you mean solution? Like, as in...
So, if it was exponential, growing rapidly, and he cut it in half, it would still keep growing rapidly. But now that it's linear, him snapping in half, it's still going to say linear, but there's less people, meaning more resources for those less people.
Right.
So it's a permanent solution.
In my mind, I would find that more resources for less people would cause people to gain more resources of them for themselves.
Well, so basically, it's just allowing a surplus. Right, that's all it is. Right, I'm not agreeing with that. I'm just saying it would technically create a permanent solution.
It
would be permanent effects, not necessarily a solution.
If the human beings that were left were reasonable and compensatable, and were able to...
I think we've got order now.
Yeah, but well...
The point that I want to make is that, so we're at about 7.6 billion people on the planet right now. Could you imagine where we'd be if... Okay, I'm not supporting Hitler here, all right? I'm not PewDiePie. No, I'm kidding. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
I'm joking. I bought your merch.
Guys.
Fucking hell. Okay, so could you imagine if we didn't have the Black Plague, if we didn't have Hitler, if we didn't have Hiroshima and Nagasaki, we would probably be well over 9 billion people on the planet by now. Think about that. Okay, assuming that the Holocaust killed, 6 million people?
6 million.
Assuming, which I don't know. I feel like that's a little bit inflated.
I'm not sure the death count about Nagasaki and Hiroshima.
That had to be several... that had to be at least 1 million people.
Maybe at least 1 million.
Maybe. Or maybe,
well, no,
even a couple 100,000.
I would say at least 2 million because there was those were both industrial zones.
That's true. How many did the Black Plague kill?
That was over in Europe.
Well, yeah, that was all across. I think it killed.
That was during the Renaissance and things like that.
It killed 1/3 of Europe.
Really?
So, but then again, their population was less back then. So, how many?
I'm not sure.
People died during Yeah, the Jews it says 6 billion. 6 million, sorry, not 6 billion. During the bubonic plague. Oh my.
There are a lot of plagues.
200 million.
Eek!
Wait. Really? I didn't know. Damn. The Black Plague killed 50 million.
Are you serious?
Could you imagine?
But wait, there were multiple plagues as well. So there was the Plutonic Plague, the Black Plague.
Well, yeah, this is like all of those, I'm pretty sure. 60... Oh my god. That's a lot of fucking... Anyway, so still, imagine, over, probably around, with like Hiroshima and Nagasaki and other wars, probably
third of our
closer
population.
to 60 million people would still be alive, or like would have produced if we're growing exponentially. So they still would have been producing. So we would probably be
Right around
at
9 billion.
10 billion, maybe even 11, 12 billion. Yeah, think about that, because not only is there 50 or 60 million more people, those people had kids, and during the baby boomers, there's more people having kids. And if we're growing exponentially, there's more people. You have to factor all that in.
Yeah, but then there was like the Chinese thing, the Chinese population control, where they were like, okay, well, you can only have like 2 kids. Sorry, not sorry.
Still.
I mean, and that wasn't even in Japan, and then like Europe.
I know, but still.
They don't. Not many people in Europe have
50
kids.
million more, 50 or 60 more million people producing back then, as we're growing exponentially.
Yeah,
I'd
but
say
then
we
again, those
would
are
be
all,
close to 10
those are
billion
all
people.
from different time periods as well.
Still, close to 10 billion people, I would say.
I would say 9.
Closer. You think close to 9? Or
Because we're not even at 8 right now. I would say close to 9, maybe 8.7, 8.9, or 8.8. I mean,
I would say closer to 10, but, you know.
I don't know. It's just different time periods, you know.
I know.
Like it just
I get
like,
what
from the
you're saying.
Renaissance.
You're wrong. But like,
everybody from the Renaissance
kidding.
and like that Black Plague.
I mean, in the middle.
Even if they did die, even if they didn't die.
9.5 billion. Me in the middle.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Wait, no, 9 billion would be in the middle.
Why?
Flat.
So you think 8 billion or somewhere in the
I
8
think
billion?
8 in the somewhere in the 8 billions. And then
I think it's
somewhere in the
I think it's
10s.
definitely over 9. Definitely over 9. That's not even a question.
9.2.
Whatever. So over
9.2.
We would be
9.2.
We would have a heightened population than we do now.
Yeah.
Okay. Velocity.
We had a good 2 minutes.
But I think that's interesting though. That of the fact that like these horrible things that happened in us roundabout. Okay, you know how they always say that there's always good with bad. That still applies to like the Holocaust and those kind of things. And we're not even bringing in like the factors like people getting murdered and different stuff, or like different disease like cancer and stuff like that. Wars.
Wars are.
Different stuff like that.
There was, I think, over 2 million people that died in World War II just on the Russian side.
That's insane. Well, and then like the Chinese, not the Japanese who would just run and like kill themselves with grenades. That was insane. Okay, let's get to some philosophy. But I think that's something interesting to think about. So just know, with every horrible, god-awful thing that happens, technically something good comes out of it.
Yeah.
Because we would be way more fucked than we already are. I think we're doing all right. Plus, if we're linear now, we're probably going to stay around the 7 billion. Do you want to make it genocide? Just decrease the population a couple billion? I mean, I'm not doing anything tonight.
But no, I think that if you decreased our population by half, we'd be fine.
I'd be okay with that. Unless you were one of those people.
Yeah, unless I was one of the
By the way, what's to say that Thanos wouldn't have gotten bested? I guess he technically could have. Right? Unless, well, I guess he's the beholder, though.
Unless he was saying, I want half the population of the universe to be gone except for me.
I don't think he gets that much choice, though. Because that's a lot of choice. Being like, hey, I'm going to wipe out half of the entire... Wait a minute. I didn't even think about this. He didn't even wipe out half the Earth. He wiped out half the universe. So only a fraction of the Earth would have been wiped out because there's other people to account for. So it wouldn't be half of the planet Earth. It would be half the universe. So
half of everything in the universe.
Are you sure?
Yeah, cutting half of... So, say there was... Okay, so, Guardians of the Galaxy 1. You're familiar with that movie,
Yeah, I'm
right?
familiar. You're quoting it like it's scripture. You're familiar with Corinthians 5:8.
So, Xandar, the planet that they saved from Ronan or whatever, half of their population would be gone.
So you say half of
everything in the universe.
I thought it was like half of the entire universe. So it's individually based.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like
So every single family would lose someone.
Animals are gone as well. Not just
no,
people.
the kitties! If Becca was gone, I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
That's my dog.
If you, like, just saw, like, a pile of dust, like, on your bed.
Well, this philosophical question. Oh, fuck you. Where's Spider-Man at? Okay, this kind of relates to what we were just talking about. So, for philosophy questions, because y'all know we're fucking with these, we're on the 7th one out of 10, so, or out of 8, so this is our last 2. We'll have to find more, because they're fun. We'll have to get into conspiracies. Good call. Okay, so this one is, what is the best moral system? And it has a picture of you standing next to a railroad track with the switch, I'm assuming that controls the car that's heading towards it. And you can either have the train go straight and kill all of your relatives, or switch it and just kill one person, which is your true love. What is the best way to handle that? And we can, expand on it, of course. Okay, body count, you should probably go for just your true love. But at the same time...
It's your true love.
Yeah.
Honestly, for this one, I'm going to have to say my relatives.
Okay, and the relatives are 4 adults and 1 kid. That's a kid. Okay, but who are... Okay, wait. Let's figure out who the relatives would be.
Ooh.
So the
Can
relatives...
we choose? Because there are definitely...
No, like, let's get a borderline of, like... Okay, so... Your mom wouldn't be
Mom,
in there.
dad.
No. Let's do, like, relatives. I know they're
so
related,
aunt,
but
uncle?
I'm saying... Yeah, like aunt, uncle, maybe a cousin.
Okay.
Yeah, true love.
Yeah, it's still true.
I think most people would, right? Actually, I'd probably just be like, hey, get off the track. They're not tied up. They're just standing there. Move.
Go home.
What is the best way to morally handle that? My morals are telling me that, yeah, your true love, right?
Right, yeah. That's what it's telling me, too.
But at the same time...
It's like, it's your relatives.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not really that close to my aunt and uncle, but at the same time...
It's still your aunt and uncle.
Yeah. It's still blood. Damn. But, oh, wait. Hold up. It's your true love. It doesn't mean that she loved you back.
I think it's your true love, then there's a chance of procreation.
Yeah, probably. We didn't factor in the procreation.
Yeah, so...
I said
okay, so for me, I'm like the last meddling.
Mm-hmm.
So if I die or somebody else dies...
You're the last male.
Male. Well, I'm the last meddling, actually. Because when Natalie gets married...
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. I guess I would be the last Deckard.
Yeah. So if I don't get married and I don't have a child, Medlin will be an extinct name.
Yeah.
So
I don't want kids, though.
I want kids.
I don't think I can handle that.
I want 3 kids.
I don't want to fuck that up. I don't think I should be allowed to handle a child.
I want 3 kids.
All right. Well, you and Shania Twain can figure. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm good.
I think. Okay, body count. It would make sense morally to just kill the true love because that's more people living. But at the same time, dude, we're trying to decrease population.
Right.
So your relatives, I would choose my true love. That would be what I would do.
You would choose her to save her?
I would choose to save her.
So would I.
Plus, it's already going straight. You don't want
to
get it off track.
You don't want
to
like.
Kill
What if
her.
you can't even?
I
man,
can't get it. Oh,
it's too hard.
Pull the pin out. Oh, I can't.
I need to just. Where's the pin? It's right there. Ah, man.
I'm pushing the button. It's not working. There's no button. I don't know what to.
Yeah.
But what do you think is like overall the best way to morally think?
What do you mean to decide over true love over relatives?
No, I'm saying like, I guess like in your entire like overall morals of like. I guess somewhat religion based, but like, what do you think is like the best way to live your life?
For me,
mm-hmm.
Your piece here. For
sister.
me, I think.
How long has that been? Why are you guys
quite a while.
What's wrong with you?
So.
Hey, what's wrong with you? Anal.
Anal.
My chair squeaks so much.
Anal.
It sounds like I'm farting.
No, we're not changing subjects. Just kidding. Anyways.
Fooled you, audio listener, you fucking dumb bum. Go ahead. So what do you think is the best way to morally think? And I'm saying like, so Christians would think, typically it would be like, be kind to others and stuff like that.
Right. So
like, what do you think is the best
my
way?
morals are.
So I'm asking you.
My morals are that others come before I do.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Always?
Always. Especially the people that I care the most about.
Always.
And that's a part of my heart as well.
That's the Medlin guarantee. I don't know.
I have such a big ass heart that I cannot let myself come before other people. I can't. There's no way. If I care too much about other people...
I mean, and you're kind of...
I'm extremely selfless.
You're like inflating your head here a bit, being like, well, I'm the best moral... But at the same time, you've proven that.
No,
that's
not the best
I
morality.
know. It's coming off that way, and we all hate you now. No, I'm kidding. But,
there's no way
think
that
I'd
I'm
say
saying
you've proven that, because you've been there for me in, like, moments where you just didn't really need to.
Right.
But you still were.
But, like, I don't know. For me, I always try and put other people before I do. And that's not always a good thing at all. Trust me.
Because you're like my sister, and, like... Well, and I'm sure you guys have those people out there that are just, like, constantly... devoting themselves to other people, and they don't spend time on themselves, because you have to spend time on yourself. Right. That's how you work. That's how you grow.
And like previous friendships ago,
pull out the dildo.
Previous friendships ago or whatever, I would get taken advantage of, or getting walked all over or whatever.
Well, just don't lay down, dumbass.
I know that's my problem. I just lay down. But
man, in the airport, I just lay down.
I don't know why, but like people can see that I care about them more than I care about myself.
And I think that's the shittiest type of person to take advantage
of you.
Especially a good person such as yourself.
And I know that some people don't actually tend to try and take advantage of people, and I don't try and take advantage of people. I rarely try my goddamn hardest to try and make other people feel better before I make them make me feel better.
I don't think I've ever...
I don't use other people for personal gain. That is not my goal. That is my absolute
I don't think
goal.
I've never done that either. I don't think I could... That's kind of gross to me.
Yeah, to use other people for your personal gain.
Because you know it, too.
Right. And I would not want to do that. And especially, like, leading them on and being like, hey, listen, like... Yeah, I really want to, like, do this. I really
like in a relationship.
Yeah, like in a relationship or even in a friendship.
Yeah.
Like, oh, man, I really want to be your best friend. Like, I really want to be your friend. I really like you. Or they're, like, just a type of person that's, like, like, I'll do anything for you. Like, if you need me to go get you food or, like, or do something or do this or do that, do this, that, and the third and do all this or whatnot. And then they are the type of person to be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm your best friend. Go get me food or whatever, like bring me food sometime or whatever. I don't know. I don't fucking know. That drives me so much.
I don't fucking know.
I don't know. But like that kind of stuff, like just personal gain, and you know that you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah. But like me the other night, and I talked about this last episode, when I texted you and I'm like, hey dude, can you come pick me up and lock my key in my car? You were there. You didn't question it. Mm-hmm. But that's not, I wouldn't say that that's taking advantage, though. Because
no, definitely not. Because there had been times when I needed you, and you were there for me.
Plus, I even said in the car, I owe you, and you said no to that, but I still do owe you. But I think that's...
No.
I think in a friendship, you kind of constantly owe the other person. Because without...
I think you feel the need to owe the other person.
Yeah, I think that's kind of... This is kind of a little... Getting into it a little bit,
and for me, I don't feel like I owe you anything.
I feel like I owe you a lot.
Well, you don't.
So wait, you don't feel like you owe me anything?
You are who you are.
I feel like this is my thought process. I feel like I constantly owe you things. You know what I'm saying?
But you shouldn't feel that way.
I know,
this
but
is a mutual
it's kind of in a good way, though. Because I constantly feel like I owe you, like, my time or, like, my attention to someone. And this is kind of getting, like, a relationship, but don't think of it that way, okay? I feel like I constantly owe you, like, my attention, like, you know, my laughs and stuff like that. Right. Just because you are a friend and you are there for me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's... Hear me out on that one. Just, I know it's a little... Do you
yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But, like, for me, how I think of our friendship is, like, me and you can hang out and just, like, talk about stuff or, like, laugh or, like, do literally
There doesn't have to be any benefit on either side.
And there doesn't have to be any benefit.
Because
like,
that is the benefit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the mutual benefit of just
having
hanging out.
that stuff. You know what I mean?
Stuff. Yeah.
And that's how a relation, or not even a relationship, just a friendship should be. Just that mutual respect.
Yeah, it's never been, like... me going over to your house or you coming over here to, like, because I have something that you don't at your house. Right. Now, obviously, you have snacks, so, like, I prefer to do this. But, like, you don't come over here because, I don't know, I have a TV in my room or something like that. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I don't go over to your house because you have a TV in your room. I go over to your house because of you. Just like watching people's content.
Right.
I think if you're truly in love with someone's content, it's because you like them, not what they make.
Right.
Now, take that how you will.
Like, I remember during the, like, last summer when I would come over here or whatever, and me and you, when we snuck out or whatever, tried to.
Yeah.
That was the most fun I've ever had.
Yeah.
Even though it didn't even work.
It's just that we did it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun thing. We got caught in the middle, and Dad called
Like,
me. He's like, "You
literally-
better get your ass back here."
Like, literally, it was funny. We, like, I made up the bed, like, we were both sleeping in it. And the funny thing was that we've never slept in the bed, like, together before. So it just looked out of place. And
Yeah,
it just
from the
didn't look
start.
right.
And my dad's, like, an ex-Marine, so, like, he's like, no, you
And
sniff that
we
shit
had, like,
out.
the window, like, barely cracked so we could just snick our fingers under it so we could get back in.
Which was stupid. I don't know why we just didn't go out the front door. Now my house has, like, cameras in the front and back, so, like...
It's kind of impossible.
But then again, like, I'm 18 now, so my parents... Like, if I were to leave at 1 a.m., my parents wouldn't think twice. They'd just be like, okay, you know, just don't... You know, I don't do anything bad either.
Right. So, and I just think it was funny that, like, literally he just goes, Grif, close the door, or close the window, and then you didn't, like, answer it.
Yeah.
And then he goes, Grif, close the
He
window.
told us about what happened when we got back.
Yeah.
My dad wasn't even mad. He didn't even really give a shit, because my dad did all kinds of stuff.
That was, like, the first time we ever, like, snuck out. And we really didn't even, like, go anywhere. Like, we didn't even, like, do anything bad.
we were going to venture in the woods. We're at 41 minutes, so we're good.
So, dang, we're already at 40?
Yeah, 1. I
Eee.
mean, we've got 20 minutes left. So I think for me,
What are your
morally, I wouldn't say I'm a selfish person, not entirely, but I still am somewhat selfish in the sense of, like, I have to be alone at sometimes. I need it. And, okay, so you're the type of person where if I were texting you, like, you would probably do it. I wouldn't do this because I think it's shitty. But if I were texting you, like, hey, dude, can you pick up some food for me, like, when you're coming over? You'd probably be like, yeah, sure, whatever, you know? And you probably wouldn't even think twice about it because that's just kind of how your mind works, whatever. Mm-hmm. But for me, one, I would never ask you because I think that's shitty and lazy of me to do. Me personally. Some people are okay with that. I don't know. Fuck you. No, okay. And then if you flip that around and you were to ask me to do that, I would think that would be shitty of you to ask me to do that. Even though we are friends and we're close, right? We're close as fuck. We have a fucking podcast together.
I mean, come on.
God. I would just think that that's somewhat shitty because, like, okay, well, you got 2 legs at work. You know, why can't you just go get
in your car and do it?
But the thing for me is that what I've been realizing, because, like, okay, over the past, I'd say through high school and, like, making videos, that really has, like, opened my mind up to being more, like, open about shit. If someone were to text me when I was, like, 16 or whatever, like, hey, can you pick up some food for me or whatever? I'm having a bad day or, you know, something along those lines. I would have instantly thought, no, fuck you, that's shitty, you can do it yourself. But now, in my own head, it's almost like, yeah, that's shitty, but at the same time, like, it's a kind gesture of just like, hey, I'm there for you if you need it.
Right, exactly.
But you can't abuse that, right? So you have to watch out for that.
And, like, for me, like, how that would happen, like, if you would have texted me and been like, hey, can you pick me up some food? I would have done it with, like, no questions asked, like, gotten you some food. But, like, I can't guarantee you that I wouldn't come back, like, with shit for myself. Like, I would definitely buy my shit, so. But, like, also, if I was going to stop at, like, Smackies... Well, actually, I've done that before. I've stopped at Smackies before I came here and I didn't ask you.
Would you... Yeah, but, like, I think you know that I don't
Yeah,
really
you don't really like... No.
I'm not a big, like, fast food.
But, like, if I was going someplace that I knew you liked, or, like, it was one of your favorite places to go...
Like Steak and Shake, you'd probably get me a shake.
Right, exactly.
But if I asked you to get me food and you were coming over here, would you come in, like, being like, hey, you owe me $20, something like that?
No.
I think I would. I don't know about you, but I don't know. Someone who I'm less friends with, I would definitely do that.
Because, like, I mean, for me... No, definitely. If it was an us situation, I wouldn't ask for $20. Mm-hmm. Even if I did spend over $20, I wouldn't ask for
That's an expensive fast food.
Yeah, honestly. But, like, if it was Zach or some shit like that, or, like, Will, like, I'd be like, all right, bitch, pay up.
$20.
Like,
and you're really good friends with him, but, like...
Yeah, exactly. Like, for Zach, and I respect Zach 100% for this, and so do I respect his mom, but... I drive Zach to school or whatever, and you had this experience as well.
Yeah.
Or not drive him to school, but drive him
His
home
mom
from
paid
school.
me to drive him.
Exactly, and he pays me to.
Which, I mean, it was like $5 a week, but, like, you know, gas money and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like.
So, and that makes sense, and I appreciate that.
To be fair, I don't think that she necessarily needed to do that, but at the same time, like, I think that's the right thing to do.
Dude. I just got a crazy idea.
What?
Next podcast. Dude, this will probably take, like, the entire podcast.
Okay.
And it'll be really cool. Maybe not the entire podcast, but, like, most of it. Like, a hard
we usually
majority
go about an hour
of it.
5.
Yeah. So, a hard majority of it, personality tests. And,
you want to?
Yeah. Like, and compare and contrast our personalities.
I think I took one. There's an app that I'll show you after the show.
I already took mine. I already know what kind of personality.
Okay, well, I know mine, too.
Okay, well, then that'd be cool.
We could take it on the show though.
Yeah.
Let's
like
delete the app and we'll retake it because I don't remember mine and I deleted the
Well,
app.
I retook it the other day and I didn't come out the same I was.
I know, but I'm saying
and it didn't match up with my personality.
We'll go through yours and we'll go through mine, and like me being here and like directing you on yours and you directing me on mine, like we'll get our results, I think, and then we can compare them at the end.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we could take like 20 minutes to do that. It doesn't have to be the whole show.
Right.
Yeah. And we'll find more philosophical questions.
Yeah.
But yeah. So my whole moral thing is that I think by heart I can be very selfish. I think so, and I think that's a flaw of mine. But at the same time, I do pretty well when I'm working by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like me, we filmed a video for my channel today. And I was going to film it by myself, and I sat down to record. I'm like, this would probably be better if I like had someone with me. And I'm like, oh my God, Luke's going to be over for the podcast. I'm like, just have him on the show. Have him on the show.
Bring him in.
But like, I usually when I sit down to film, I don't think about that kind of stuff. And it's not that I don't like you and that I don't want you in my videos, because honestly, I think you're way funnier than me in my videos. That's just my personal opinion. I think you generally are, because you can like cut loose a lot more. I'm a little bit more stern. But I like you in my videos, but I never think of that kind of stuff.
Right.
Like I don't. Like if I was coming over to your house and like maybe you just got dumped, because you get dumped a lot. No, I'm kidding. But you got like dumped, something like that. I probably wouldn't think of like stopping to get you a shake or something like that. I would just come over.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't. My
but
mind
see,
doesn't think that way.
the thing is I wouldn't even need a shake if you came over. Like you just coming over.
But you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I don't think of that kind of stuff, and I think that's part of me being just somewhat selfish. But that's just how my brain works, and I don't really know if that's.
Yeah, no, I can definitely.
I would
agree.
still go over and help you, but like I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go I don't think I'd go the extra mile.
I understand that.
Like Luke, you talk about the girls that you've been with, so that, and Luke is a man. He's not an experienced man on the relationship side, but at the same time.
Not.
Dude, he buys girls flowers like all the time. The most I've ever bought for a girl
buys girls flowers all
was
the
like
time.
Food. You do. You fucking bought like every girl you've ever met with like flowers and shit.
No, I have not.
You've bought roses a lot. I've never bought a rose.
I've only bought one bouquet of flowers.
I
for a
bought
girl.
Chinese food and fucking orange juice.
I've only bought one.
Different girls.
I've only bought one bouquet of flowers, actually.
Bouquet? See, I don't even know what a bouquet is. See?
I've only bought one bouquet of flowers, and I only bought it for the person that I actually meant it for.
But still.
I know what you're talking about with the other flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Those are for my mom.
Oh.
And I did buy those with my own money.
I don't think I've never bought my mom flowers.
But that's how I think.
Is that bad?
No.
I've never bought her flowers. But I will say this: the video that we made of me making a cake for my mom. Yeah,
you made a cake for her, so.
I did like that because I asked her after we were filming, and I'm like, "Do you think this is the best thing I've done for you for your birthday?" She goes, "Oh, by far, I love this." And like that, just that little clip at the end, and like I know it's like it's a dumbass fucking video because it's just us fucking around in the kitchen, throwing a couple good memes in there. But at the very
me screaming.
And the fucking go back inside. But at the very end, like it shows me giving my mom the cake, and I cropped in on that because that's an important moment, and I still watch that video even now, just like looking back on it, because that's a cool fucking thing.
Yeah, it really is.
I talk about this in my most recent video.
I enjoy that video
of the why I think everybody should make videos of just like memories, because like that's fucking cool. Because like, okay, this sounds bad, but I wouldn't have thought to make my mom a cake had it not been for me doing YouTube. Because like, as much as I did for my mom, I also did it for content. Right. But like, it pushed me to like see that. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a cool thing.
And it also like kind of pushed you to be like, oh wow, this is my memory.
This is special. This is good. This is cool. This is good.
No, but also I think that like me and you can compare and contrast a lot on our personalities. Mm-hmm. Actually, do you know what your personality is?
I don't have the app now.
But do you know what personality you have? Like, do you know like the?
All I know was that mine was like very like excluded, isolated introvert, like something like that.
Here, let me show you mine.
Well, no, let's wait till the next episode.
But okay, I just want to at least show it to you. Because I already know my personality, and when I retake the test, it's not going to be the same.
Well, then just don't retake it. I'll retake mine. Well, we'll pick one that's like a good one. I guess we can do that. But let's do that next episode. That way we have something.
All right, well then I won't do that then.
Come on, Daddy.
Because for some reason, dude, personalities to me are like extremely... Yeah, fuck you. Are like extremely interesting. Like really interesting.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that's actually a pretty good idea.
And this like, okay, this is so weird.
This philosophical question says, why do we dream? We got into that last episode. We didn't even talk about that.
Or you mean the question? You didn't even think about the question.
Mm-hmm.
Read the question, but we did talk about it.
Okay, this is actually a pretty good philosophy thing. And
50.
we got 15 minutes left. So this I think is a good way to wrap. Did you have something to say?
Oh no.
Let's do the whole podcast like that. Okay, what exactly makes you you? That's how it's typed. So what exactly makes you you, do you think? We're getting into philosophy. We do a lot of philosophical on this channel, so just know that. By the way, we gotta pick a conspiracy.
I do.
You know. Okay, wait. So wait, there's 4. We do 24 episodes a season, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking for like the last 3 episodes, we just dive into a conspiracy. Like we really give it
Different
our own.
conspiracies.
Yeah, let's do the last 4 episodes of like every season. Maybe we'll always do conspiracies.
Okay.
We'll talk about that later.
All right.
Probably, but maybe. So what exactly do you think makes you you?
What makes me me?
My PP. Actually, probably, kind of.
Actually, yeah. I feel like PP gives you confidence.
What about poo poo?
Mm-mm.
Do you think PP is that?
What?
Do you think your dick is like actually the source of that?
I really think
Genuinely?
it is. Because I feel like, and this is getting into some uncharted territory here, but I feel
It's a
like
good game.
I feel like the bigger you got, the more confidence you have.
So you think Dwayne The Rock Johnson has a monster fucking dick? If
I don't-
he's that
I don't
confident,
think he's got that much confidence. Actually, I think he's just good at what he does.
which gives him confidence. He's pretty cocky though,
Yeah, I guess.
but
you're
like in a
right.
good way. I watched this like thing that he did, and he was talking to like this basketball team. They were like pro, and he's like, I respect every one of you motherfuckers in here. He's like, but in no way will you guys you'll never outwork me. And I'm like, okay, shit, you know what I'm saying? Because he's a hard-working dude.
Yeah, that's true.
So you think he has a big dick? And now I'm not trying to be weird, but like
Maybe.
that's basically what you're saying.
Yeah, possibly.
So you think anyone who's confident has a big dick?
Yeah.
What if they're Asian?
Damn. No, but
So you think Vanos has a big dick?
no.
He's Asian.
No. No. I'm just saying like testosterone
Mm-hmm.
and like the amounts that you have.
Be more balls though, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Of course.
So you got big balls.
Yeah. So I mean, if the more testosterone you've got.
I
Like, the
asked
more
what makes
confidence.
you, and you go dick.
Well, because you said PP. No, but what makes me me, dude? The 70s and the 80s.
I don't think they can see that. Plus, if they're listening,
Whatever.
It's a
It's
cassette
a
player.
boombox.
Okay.
I love the 70s and the 80s. I could literally, if I could go back
So you
in
think
time,
your fascination with that is what makes you you?
it's a big part of me.
Okay.
A really big part of me. Because I don't know where I would be right now without the 70s and the 80s.
Because your parents, birthed
Well,
you.
that. And but like also like in my 8th grade year, like that was the first year that I like started like getting into like cassette tapes.
So you
and,
mean
like,
the vibes of like that time?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that and like the moralities and like the things of like how America was back then
Mm-hmm.
and like how it is today, like I can realize what's
So you're
wrong now.
a bit racist.
No. You're a bit racist.
I like how I relate everything to racism.
No, I'm not racist. That actually ended in the 60s, bud.
There were definitely still more racist people in the 70s and 80s than there were now.
No, okay, well
Definitely.
yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. But I'm not racist.
You probably don't like gays either, do you? Well, no. I would say
You can acknowledge them, just don't support them. That's my philosophy. Know that they're there.
That's so stupid. Kidding, of course.
Jesus Christ. God almighty. I
would
think
say-
my moralities and like my brain and my heart. No, definitely not even my brain, just my heart. Make me who I am.
I would say what makes me who I am is my relation to like music and stuff like that, and just the way that I see the world. I would say, but I don't really know how I see the world. I would just say like my overall drive to like, I guess it's kind of relating back to like being selfish, stuff like that. I'm selfish, but at the same time, I make content for other people. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I enjoy making videos, but some of these videos that I've made fucking sucked. Like, do you think I liked getting up that early in the morning, like drowning myself in that bucket for that video? No, it fucking sucked. It was still cold, and I hated
a
myself.
goddamn perfect video, though.
But I hated fucking filming it. It fucking sucked. But I did it because I knew, like, this is going to make people laugh. And it fucking did. You know what I'm saying? Even my dad.
I love that you put
My
the
dad
tea
doesn't-
bag in there.
Yeah, my dad doesn't even fuck with my videos. Like, it's not his type of comedy. But he's like, that one was really funny. He's like, I really enjoyed that. And, like, that's cool to me. So, I'm selfish in a way of, like, one-on-one, which, I mean, I'm not totally a selfish asshole, but I can be. But, like, through my videos and through, I guess, somewhat music, because I'm getting more into that, and even art, it's selfish. Selflessness. It's selfless. Me putting that stuff out there.
Right.
Obviously, I'm hoping for some personal growth out of it, and I have gotten a lot of growth out of it. But at the same time, like, that's kind of, I think what defines me and, like, what makes me is my drive to make content. And also my PP.
It all comes back to the PP.
Oh, fuck. So, what do you think makes you out there viewing?
Comment down below.
What do you think makes you, person who viewed? Tell us the news.
Give us some nude. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Nudes.
Nudes.
With a D. Nudes. Nudes. Post your nudes in the comments below. No. Yeah. What do you think?
Like Zach standing.
Comment below. It's Zach's dick just flooding the comment section.
Oh my god.
That'd be a sight.
That would be a sight.
But yeah, tell us what you think makes you out there, viewer.
Viewer.
Who's ever watching? I don't really know how to phrase this. What do you think? They know. They've heard.
Put it in the comments. Just do it.
Don't do that.
Just.
Sit
in your chair.
I have to assault you every episode.
Sit up straight.
What's up, guys? We're at. Do you have anything else you want to talk about? Fuck. Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
No.
Let me see if we can. Because we're at 56. I feel like we can go a little bit more.
Dude, I want to get into our personalities.
Yeah, we'll do that next episode.
Bad Taj, I want to get into.
What do you think about plastic surgery?
Now, to tease, I would never get plastic surgery.
You would never do it?
Mm-mm. I like the way I look.
If someone had plastic surgery, would you be okay with that? Like if your wife got plastic surgery.
If my wife got plastic surgery,
just beat her.
I'd be mad that she took the money.
No, but like you guys talked about it and she wanted a nose job.
I'd give her a nose job.
Ew.
Fuck off. What the fuck is a nose job?
It's like where they reconstruct your nose.
No, I mean like in the sense that I said it.
I
What the fuck would be a nose job?
I thought you meant like come on her nose.
Like,
I thought you just meant like come on her nose. I don't know, that's where my mind went.
in your nose? You like turn her upside down?
That'll fuck up your science.
God.
Why are we saying that?
Why? Okay, never mind.
We just made a video about fucking pocket pussies.
Okay, scratch that from, cut it.
Cut it. Kid Cudi. Buckets. Sorry.
But, I mean, yeah. I mean, I would obviously encourage my wife, because the reason why I married her is because she's perfect anyways.
So you would encourage her not to?
I would definitely tell her multiple times that she's perfect the way she is, and that there's no reason for her to get it.
Wow,
but
what a fucking white knight over
But
here.
if she feels like that she needs, or that she wants it, and that's something that she wants, then I will.
So you wouldn't be totally like, nope, hell no, fuck you.
No.
Okay. So
like if I would listen to her, and I'd know what she wants.
You'd listen to your wife? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Get back in the kitchen. Cut it.
I'm kidding. Yeah, I don't see a problem with it, like minor fixes, because some people have insecurities. But my whole thing is like, I feel like you should embrace your flaws that you can't change, but fix the ones that you can. So like, if you're overweight, go for a jog. Eat a fucking apple. That kind of stuff. But I mean, if you want to be overweight, be overweight. If you don't see that as a flaw, do your thing. I don't really care. But I think the flaws that you cannot change, you should embrace. I don't think you should strive to fix them. But at the same time, if you truly feel like, if I get this surgery, I will feel better. You know what I'm saying? Just like getting your wisdom teeth taken removed. I would rank it up there with that. Yeah, I'd say that's okay. But like going to like the extremes of like those people who make themselves look like Barbies.
Ugh.
I was watching a live stream and it was Noah Miller, Cody Co's friend.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like reacting to like, people getting this like crazy plastic surgery stuff. Fuck. And one of the dudes was like, he had like over 127 procedures. Fucking crazy. So you're more plastic than Kim K at that point. But like Kim K kills so she still looks good as fuck. Anyway, where Kanye at? Okay. Sorry.
I'm Kanye West.
I'm Kanye West.
It sounds like Kevin Hart.
It is Kevin Hart.
Is it?
Yeah, for sure.
It's gotta be.
Yeah, it sounds like. Anyway, it's from the Earth video. If you guys haven't seen that,
Lil
link
Dicky.
below. I'll probably won't do it. But But anyway, this dude, he like obviously, so he's had like over 100 surgeries.
What did he do to his
He
stomach?
removed 4 ribs.
To suck his own dick?
No.
Why would you remove your
I've heard
ribs?
that, but I don't think that's not why he did it. He did it so he'd get like a tighter waist or something like that. But like they
Was he like a
showed
drag
the
queen or
procedure.
something?
No.
Oh my god, I've seen this.
Have you?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
I've seen that. That
Why the
is
fuck?
messed
Why
up.
would you remove your ribs?
I don't know. And then he's like touching them afterwards. He's
Yes.
like looking at them. Ugh.
And
Sorry.
Noah Miller was like, he's like, that's a fucking chicken wing. He's like something like that. Cause it
It
just
doesn't even look like a rib.
it hurt my insides.
Yeah, because then you're like sitting there, you're like,
How the fuck do you do that? Like if you gotta get your tonsils removed, your appendix ruptures, something like that makes sense. But don't take out the shit that's supposed to 100% be there.
yeah.
Like your ribs.
Don't
you know
take-
what? I don't think I need femurs. Fuck it.
You know what? Who fucking cares about my elbows?
Fuck a tibia. Mandible, get it out of here. Fuck it. It's a little bit of bone science for you.
Yeah, calm down.
Where you at, Mom?
Doctor.
Dr. Peter. Doctor, you want to see my Peter?
Doctor, want to see my Peter?
Yeah, so don't remove your ribs. Just
Don't
do
remove
it.
anything that's supposed to be there.
Who removed the ribs to suck their dick? Sir Isaac Newton.
No, ever
Really?
like some weird motherfucker. It's just been like a known fact that people remove their ribs.
No, there was one person who like did it, and like that's where the meme started. I don't know
I
who
don't
it
know
was.
anybody famous that's done it.
Brendan Fraser. Yeah, so we're gonna end it on the note of
Don't remove the ribs so you can suck
and
your
you
own
know
dick.
try to embrace your flaws that you can't change, and you know don't change the ones that you can.
Wait, what?
Shout out Brendan Fraser.